Okay, so coming off of the panel saw, we ended up with 8 pieces of plywood that is 35.5 inches long, which is this stack right here. And then we ended up with 4 pieces. These were the end cuts that are 24 and 3/4 long going in this direction. Um, so next step is turning these into 3.5 inch wide strips. And the 3.5 inches wide is the, excuse my wobbliness here. Um, the 3.5 inches is the width of all of the pieces that go into building your cell phone holder. Okay, so every strip is 3.5 inches wide. So we are going to cut those strips over here at our table saw. And so to get set up to make those cuts, we are going to set our fence to 3.5 inches. So you see the red line here that can move in any spot. I'm gonna set that up to 3.5 inches. I'm gonna lock the fence down by pushing this lever. So now the fence is nice and tight. Then I have to make sure that my blade is set properly, and the blade gets raised and lowered by turning this hand wheel. So when I turn it clockwise, it raises the blade, counterclockwise will lower it. So I'm gonna just take a cut off piece of plywood and set it next to the blade. And I wanna set the blade height so that one full tooth is resting above the wood. So I'm going to set it to that and then take a closer look and show you. Okay, so we have one full tooth resting above the top of the piece of wood. So we can now put the guard down and we will be ready to cut. So I'm going to demonstrate cutting one sheet in real time, and then I'm going to do the time lapse for the rest of it. So we're going to set this up back here. Give me a second to get it positioned. One second. Okay, so that is set up in position. So we're going to go through and cut just one of these sheets into our 3.5 inch strips, and then you'll see the rest on a time lapse. So I'm going to open the blast gate for the dust collector. I'm going to turn the dust collector on, and we're going to get started. safety glasses on. Here we go. And you'll notice I'm going to be using the push stick because the strips are less than 5 inches wide. So I don't want my hand to pass through here. Okay, so if our math checks out, we should have 13 strips out of that batch, which will get us 13 projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that all checks out. We have 13 strips out of one panel. So I'm going to go ahead and batch cut the rest, and you'll see that all on the time-lapse video.